Welcome back to North Middle School, getting you set for the 8th grade game here on WSON, being presented by Best Insured by Chase Fulcher. And with the starting lineups, go to the PA voice and principal here at North Middle School, Will Roberts, with our starting lineups.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we will announce reserves for the 8th grade game, starting first for the South Middle School Bulldogs. Number 10, Mason Bond. And number 11, Jose Guevara. And number 1, Hezzy Harris. Number 23, Jake Harrington. Number 14, Jordan Haynes. Number 45, Austin Kemp. Number 55, J.J. Noel. Number 44, Jacob Nunn. Number 12, Briston Pride. And number 35, Cole Thompson. And now, reserves for your 8th grade cadet basketball team. 00, Jackson Keelan. Number 32, Landon McCullum. Number 23, Braden Rideout. Number 32, Jace Wilson. Number 52, Brady Pruitt. Number 10, Brody Belt. Number 22, Case Smith. Number 1, Richard Green. And number 14, Taylor Eccles. And now the starters for your South Middle School Bulldogs. Number 13, Jaron Byram. Number 42, Jack Dalton. Number 31, Jackson Duncan. Correction. Number 45, Austin Kemp. Number 34, Kingston Scheidler. And number 33, Zeph Thomas. Your 8th grade cadets. At guard, number 4, Xavion Johnson. At guard, number 3, Miles Pryor. At forward, number 11, DJ Carr. At forward, number 35, Amari Stewart. And at center, number 44, Kingston Crawford.
It's the North-South 8th grade game here on WSON. I'm Greg Busby with Scott Stone. Our game being presented by Best Insured by Chase Fulcher. Scotty, what's some things you're looking for out of this 8th grade bunch? Obviously, you had a bunch of these guys on the south side last year and played against them as North Cadets last season. What can you tell us about this 8th grade game?
Well, a lot of speed, I mean, it's like grown men out here. I mean, you're close. This is like a freshman game. They're so much bigger, stronger. Look for North to want to get this game up and down as fast as possible. South has got to slow them down. If they don't, North to run them out of the gym.
North in their home whites, left or right on your radio dial here in this opening quarter. 6-minute middle school quarters. And a long two in the left corner is good. And a good start for the Cadets as Amari Stewart drills the long two. Little pressure in the backcourt from North. As pass flipped up, the bad pass thrown away by Stewart. Right side, some contact, and Stewart is fouled after the turnover as the foul goes on Schindler, his first. So a couple free throws coming up here for Amari Stewart after he hit a long two in the corner to start. Free throw for Stewart, up and in. Yeah, I'm always so, Scotty, I guess, surprised just by the difference between 1 year, 7th grade and 8th grade.
It's unbelievable.
It is.
It's just so much different. It's a big difference between 6th and 7th.
Yep,
I mean,
good
the
point.
speed of the game is so fast. And when you go from 7th to 8th, they get taller and stronger.
Austin Kemp with the basketball for South, backing in right side. Cut off there by the big man Crawford. Now it comes back out front to Kingston Schindler. He'll give it off to Jack Dalton. Dalton left side over to Zeph Thomas. Back to Dalton. Gets a screen out front. Right wing for Dalton. A little pass fake. Schindler into the right corner now. Now Schindler will come back out front. Give it back to Dalton to reset here. Inside Schindler. Back it down. Kick out Dalton. 16-footer right side. Too strong. No good. And a rebound into the hands of DJ Cobb. Up the floor. Little floater won't go for Johnson. And going the other way is South. And Thomas, who had that rebound, bumped at midcourt.
As you can see, both these teams, when they can fly down the court.
4-0. North on top. 4:40 to go in this first quarter. South in the road maroon. North in the home whites. If you're joining us on our video stream. Driving baseline. Little runner is blocked and rebounded by Stewart. Right corner three for Pryor. A little short, no good. Rebound being knocked around, controlled by Schindler. He'll bring it up himself. Right side to Byram. His three, good. Nothing but net. Jaron Byram.
He can flat out shoot it, Craigie. He hit a game winner, Davis County. A three-pointer, just like that right there.
Cuts North lead to a point. 4-3 with 4 minutes to go in the first. Left corner three on the way for Stewart. That's no good. Air ball rebounded by Kemp for South. Schindler will bring it up. Right-hand dribble for Schindler. Now to Jack Dalton out high right. Left side with a basketball. It goes to Thomas. Back to Dalton. Schindler, right elbow. Penetrating inside to Kemp. Austin Kemp. Tough shot in the lane, partially blocked. And going away with the basketball, DJ Cobb on the rebound. Right side to Pryor, and he gets it back to Cobb. Cobb lob inside to Crawford, and reach-in foul called on South. And this one's on Austin Kemp. His first, second on the Bulldogs.
South's got to do a good job of keeping them out of the paint. They got some 44s. Kingston's a big old boy.
Stewart to play it in, baseline right. Inbounds to Cobb. And there's a pass kicked by Schindler. It will stay with North. As Cobb tried to dump it down into Crawford. 4-3 is Stewart to play it in, baseline right again. This time right to Cobb, puts it up, contact there, and he's fouled. Cobb will have two. As the foul goes on South's Zeph Thomas. Thomas first, third against the Bulldogs.
That time it wasn't Zeph's fault. He stayed on his man, and Scheidler got caught looking the other way. That was his man that went by.
Free throw no good for DJ Cobb. He'll have one more. Free throw up and in. 5-3 North, 3:15 to go in this opening quarter. Schindler in the backcourt to Thomas, now of course to Dalton. 3-point try, left side off, no good for Thomas. Rebound by Kemp, back up off the glass and in.
Kemp's gotten so much better since 7th and 8th grade. He's been so much better than 6th grade. I mean, he can just flat out turn around and put it in the hole.
Ties the game at 5 with that putback. Pryor gets inside of Crawford, banging down low, no good. Rebound loose, it's out of bounds off of South, and it will stay with the Cadets.
That was the correct terminology there.
Crawford and Kemp were doing some banging down in there for sure.
Crawford, what, maybe 6'5", maybe? He got a little size on him. Maybe he'll grow 2 more inches for next year for the Colonel.
Here's a 3 in the corner on the way. Good look, rattles off, no good. Schindler the rebound as Johnson couldn't convert. Schindler out high left for South, now to Dalton. Kemp on the elbow draws a triple team. Schindler fakes a pass, now is fouled on the floor. Foul whistled on North's Miles Pryor, his first and the first on the Cadets. Pryor will come out as Richard Green into the game for North. Inbounds comes in, and a shot up in the air for Thomas off the lob. He can't get it to go. It's deflected out of bounds, though, by the Cadets, and it will stay with South. They may run that same play.
I would till they stop you. Go to option 2. Right there it is.
Schindler in the left corner. Cut off from the baseline. Now Dalton fakes a 3. 15-footer. He was hit hard on the arm. No call. Rebound Cobb going the way for North. Right side lays it up. That one rolls off, no good. And now a rebound foul against South.
South hanging in there by being able to rebound the basketball. And right now North's cold. They're 0 for 3 in that corner.
Actually, they got that foul called on Crawford. Crawford. So South keeps possession. Or gets possession, I should
Byron
say.
gets the rebound.
Yep. There's a pass tipped away up the floor. Loose ball now. Thomas saves it in right in front of us.
That was over and back.
And Dalton with it on the right side. Draws a double team to Schindler straight away. On a baseline cut. Up and under. Reverse layup is good for Byram. And it's 7-5, South lead.
Dead ball warning on South. Delay a game.
Should be 7-5, right, Scotty?
Yeah, 7-5 is right.
So that's 5-5 at the moment on that.
Well, it got stuck in the game before there for a minute.
Some substitutes coming in. Minute 45 to go in the first. 7-5. South on top with the basketball. The Bulldogs, they get it inside. The Cadets, get it inside to Crawford. Turns, spins, good move, couldn't finish. But the rebound into the hands of Schindler.
John, you're 7.
Schindler gets it over to the left side to Thomas. Back to Schindler. Hands it back off to Thomas. In the corner with the basketball, traveling called on South. Mason Bond shuffling his feet, and it goes back to North. And we have a timeout. 1:09 to play first quarter. South 7, North 5. The middle school games here on WSN brought to you by Best Insured by Chase Fulcher. Back after this on WSON. Bumper after this. 7-5. Little spurt by South, and they have a 2-point lead with 1:09 to play in this first quarter. The 8th grade game here. as it was North winning the 7th grade game 43-30. And the Bulldogs looking to split up 7-5 early here on North. North ball with a minute to go in this final quarter, or first quarter. DJ Cobb had it intercepted by Jaron Byram on the other end. Couldn't finish. A follow up and in off the glass by Zeph Thomas. 9-5. The Bulldogs in front with 45 seconds to go in the first.
6-0 run. Nice follow-up by Zeph there.
Pryor, a three on the right side. In and out, no good. Rebound knocked around. Thomas controls it for South. Off to Schindler, who will bring it up. 30 seconds to go in the first. Thomas with the basketball out front. Schindler, wide open three, left side in the corner. Good. Schindler drains a three, got a good look, and he made him pay his first point. 7-point South lead.
9-0 run.
Inside DJ Cobb. Fouled on his way to the basket, that he's going to get a couple free throws with 5.5 seconds remaining. As the foul goes on Byram, his first. A couple free throws coming up here for DJ Cobb. He's 1 of 2 from the line. Free throw up and off the back rim, no good for Cobb.
First time these two teams met, South led all the way, had a 7-point lead majority of the game. North had a guy come off the bench, hadn't played, drilled 3 threes, sent the game to overtime, and North won, I believe, by 4 in overtime.
Second free throw, no good, but an offensive rebound and a second chance as Johnson has it, gets it inside to Crawford. He can't finish, and that is the end of the first quarter. After one, South 12, North 5 in the 8th grade game here on WSON. Back with more after this on WSON. Your tunes, your teams, your town. Two and a bumper. Twelve to 5. It is South with the lead in the basketball here in the 8th grade game as we start the second quarter. With the basketball is Dalton, but had it stolen away by Cobb, who intercepted the pass, and Cobb a layup on the other end. Cobb with 3. Up to 4. Dalton trying to get it to Kemp, wasn't looking. It's stolen away again. And some contact in the lane. As it'll be Taylor Eccles fouled on the floor, I believe, as the foul goes on Dalton. Dalton out of the game as Zeph Thomas returns for South. Stewart will play it in baseline right for North. Gets it inside. Now it kicks back out to Cobb. Back to Stewart. Right corner Pryor trying to go inside. Tipped away. And Shadler has it for South. Shadler picks up his dribble. Gets it over on the left side to a new player into the game. There's a off-balance 2 off the mark. No good. Offensive rebound put back up and in. Off the glass by Zeph Thomas.
Cole Thompson.
Thank you, Scotty. 14-7. Pryor Gives it up to Xavier Johnson. Back to Pryor in the corner. And a little 12-footer partially blocked by Kemp as Eccles couldn't convert. Scheidler into the lane, and a whistle and a foul.
Scheidler with 4 rebounds already. He's point guard and the sharpshooter. He only took 1 shot, he nailed it.
Johnson hit with a foul, his second. Inbounds comes into Thomas. Has it straight away. Hands off to Scheidler. Scheidler out high left. 14-7 South. 4:35 to go in this first half of the 8th grade game. Scheidler gives it up to Thompson. Right back to Scheidler. Now Thompson. Long 2 straight away. Off the mark. No good. And a rebound into the hands of Eccles. Home run ball up to Florida Cobb. Good catch underneath the basket now. He's fouled hard and has the bucket. Possible 3-point play for DJ Cobb as he has 5 now.
Cobb's really, really strong kid, man, and he's fast, athletic. I'm telling you, the freshman team next year is going to have some athletes and some size.
Free throw for Cobb off the back rim, no good. High for the rebound, Thomas for South, and leads it off with Scheidler. Scheidler gives it up. Thompson, a nice cut into the lane, draws contact, and he'll hit to the line.
Nice move there by Harrington to get to the rack.
You, Scotty. We didn't. Coach Siebert didn't quite have his roster complete for me.
No, it wasn't.
He handed it to me a minute before the game. That's not going to work out well. So
he was just making sure you weren't going to give that to the enemy.
I guess so. Thought he was a friend of the home team.
Yeah, I did too. I was media friendly.
And a couple of you's got right. Thank you. You are, Scotty.
I gave you stats.
You knew what you were in the business. You know what we need. Free throw up and in for Harrington. Jake Harrington. Second free throw coming up for Harrington. That one's up and rattles in good. Timeout. South. 4:05 to play first half. South on top of North. 16-9. Back after this on WSON, presented by Best Insured by Chase Fulcher. Bumper after this one. 4:05 to play first half. 16-9 South on top of North here in the 8th grade game. Special thanks to all of our sponsors for this special WSON sports presentation tonight. Square Yard Carpet, Classic Automotive and Collision Center, Thomason's Barbecue, Assurance Consulting and Testing Solutions, Larry's Auto Repair, Hargis Collision Center, Aber Promotions, Lori Tuggle, your local shelter insurance agent, DSS Rentals, Farmers Bank, and our game presenting sponsor and stream sponsor, Best Insured by Chase Fulcher. The Colonels and Lady Colonels are in action tonight as well. We'll do our best to keep you updated on them, but they still tip in about 20 minutes or so. Here's a tough shot on the inside, and it's up and in on a strong move from Taylor Eccles, his first point.
Uh-oh.
Now a pass knocked away, and Eccles has another bucket after Johnson got a hand on it. Back-to-back buckets off a steal and a turnover for North. Makes it a 3-point game. Harrington left of the lane, kicked in the quarter. Thomas had it knocked away. Ball loose on the floor now. Scheidler has it. And we'll set up the Bulldog offense here. 3:15 to play in the half. 16-13 South on top of North.
Eccles giving a spark off the bench.
He is. Here's a pass deflected and knocked away, and now picked up by Cobb, but then stolen right back away by Thomas. Thomas lays it up on the other end. Good job by Thomas to stay with the play.
Eccles is hurt.
And Eccles kind of favoring his ankle a bit, walking over toward the bench area. Crawford going to return the big man for North with Eccles coming out.
Pretty good crowd here tonight.
Yeah, that's what Will was saying. Really good crowd.
The only negative about it is that the girls play the same night.
Yep.
So half your crowd's there and half's here.
We're talking about maybe some plans next year to play all 4 games on one day at Colonel Gym.
Now that would be awesome.
Yeah, here's on the inside, good move for Crawford. And the big man has his first points. 18-15. Thomas with the basketball for South. Shot off the glass, good. Dual jumper from 10 feet, pulled up and got it to go. And Zev Thomas has 8. Lead back to 5 for South with 2:25 to go in the half. Inside Crawford. Kick in the corner and a 3 on the way off the back rim, no good. Rebounded by Shadler.
Wow.
The big man Pruitt couldn't convert, but now a steal by the Cadets. Johnson kicks to Stewart. Crawford on the baseline, and he got knocked away by Kemp, and now South going the other way. Scheidler, middle of the floor. Leaves it off and fouled out front is Byram.
Good job by Jaron there, Byram, to come over on the weak side, even though that ball was tipped away by Kemp. If he wouldn't have been on the backside, weak side defense, then they would have got an easy layup because Cobb was right there.
Johnson picks up his second foul. Five-point South lead with under 2 minutes to play in this first half, 20-15. Thomas driving in from left to right, reaching foul called on Crawford. Crawford with 2. Eccles back in after he slightly turned his ankle. Looks like he's fine. He's in. Thought he may come in for Crawford with 2 fouls, but he's actually coming in for Cobb.
He might not know that he's got 2 fouls.
Coming into the game for Cole Thompson, just came in for a second time for South.
Wow, Zeph got the ball, walked back 3 steps, walks back up to the line.
Free throw, no good. I think we have a lane violation.
Yep.
He'll get another try at it.
All that crazy stuff Zeph did, I think I would have jumped in too early too.
So 1-1 for him here. First visit to the line tonight. Looks like the first one never happened. This one's up and off the back rim. No good. Same result. Good rebound by Eccles. Wanted to foul, didn't get it. Up the floor to Pruitt. Left side to Stewart. And Pryor fires a 3 from the corner. No good. Eccles, strong rebound. Back up off the glass. It won't go. Now Johnson a rebound. Third try. 3 for Stewart. Good. Boy, second chance points there.
No doubt. They missed 6 threes in a row. They finally knocked one down on a third chance.
Makes it 20-18. Thomas on the other end. Floater from 10 off the back rim. No good. Kemp had it momentarily. Couldn't quite corral it in, and it's out of bounds off of North. It will stay with South. Cobb back in for North as Pryor checks out. 1:16 to play first half, 20-18. Good game here in the 8th grade matchup with South on top. Inside, Pruitt blocked the shot of Scheidler. Scheidler gets it back, finds Kemp in the paint. Kick out to Dalton. Now straight away, Thomas, a long 2 off the front rim, no good. Rebound into the hands of Johnson for North. Try to go home run ball off the floor to Eccles. Good defensive play by Thomas to get back and knock it away. Diving to the floor.
Thomas can fly. He's an athlete. Wish we could get him on the football field. We almost had him on the football field last year.
20-18. Pruitt to play it in into the right corner. Gets it to Stewart, right wing. Lob to Cobb. Back to Stewart. Now Pruitt on the baseline. Right back to Stewart. 50 seconds to play in the half. 20-18, South on top. Eccles from the left side. Loose ball picked up by Pruitt. Back to Eccles. Little floater from 10. Good. Eccles with 6 off the bench, and we're tied at 20. Well, pressure from North in the backcourt. Scheidler right in front of us, guarded by Cobb. Picks up his dribble now to Dalton out high right with 20 seconds.
Oh, they had Cole on the back door. Missed him.
Scheidler between the circles. And a timeout called by South. 13 seconds left in the half. We're tied at 20. South ball when we come back on WSON. The North-South games presented by Best Insured by Chase Fulcher. 2 and a bumper. .13 seconds left in this first half. South and North tied at 20 in the 8th grade game. South basketball. Scheidler right of the lane, spins in the lane now. Kicks it out to Dalton straight away. Thomas on the left side. And back to Scheidler. 3 seconds to go. Got to put something up. And they don't get the shot off. Not what Coach Siebert wanted to see out of that late timeout. We're tied at 20 at the half in the 8th grade game here from North. The North Cadets 20, the South Bulldogs 20 at the half. Our presentation of the North-South games here on WSON being presented by Best Insured by Chase Fulcher. Back after these messages for some halftime scoring after this on WSON.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we would like to take a moment to recognize our 8th grade cheerleaders.
Oh, yeah.
This is the first year these young ladies have ever been on a competition mat. And with the help of their team, they have made a name for themselves. Currently, North Middle School Cheer holds the regional game day title, and they are 4th in the state of Kentucky for the game day division. They were runner-up in a game day competition at UCA in the Smoky Mountain Championship, and they are on their way to Florida next month to compete at Nationals.
5 total, whatever that is.
Each and every one.
Halftime here of the annual North-South games, the 8th grade game, knotted up at 20 at the half. Take a look at scoring in that first half. First for the North Cadets, 5 points for DJ Cobb, 6 for Taylor Eccles off the bench all in the second quarter, 7 for Amari Stewart, and 2 for Kingston Crawford. For the South Bulldogs, 5 points for Jaron Byram, 8 for Zeph Thomas, 3 points for Kingston Scheidler, and 2 points each from Austin Kemp and Jake Harrington. Scotty's got a couple team stats over there in the first half.
Free throw line, South 2 for 3. They were 2 for 4. 2 for 4 from three-point line. North was 3 for 7 from the free throw line, and they were just 1 of 7 from the three-point line. Did you have rebounds? Sorry.
I did not, Scotty.
Okay, rebounds 14-11. South actually in favor of that one. That's what's kind of keeping them in the game, and North not shooting the three ball very good at all.
20-20 your halftime score. North and South here in the 8th grade game. In the 7th grade game, it was North winning that one 43-30. The 7th grade North Cadets 18-2 now. The South 7th graders dropped to 11-5. Little 8th grade recognition night going on here at North Middle School, so give us a little extra time, and I want to thank our sponsors of this special WSON Sports presentation: Square Yard Carpet, Classic Automotive and Collision Center, Thomason's Barbecue, Assurance Consulting and Testing Solutions, Larry's Auto Repair, Hargis Collision, Aber Promotions, Lori Tuggle Shelter Insurance, DSS Rentals, and Farmers Bank. And again, a special thanks to Best Insured by Chase Fulcher, our presenting sponsor and our stream sponsor of the North-South games here on WSON. 20-20 your halftime score. Back with the second half after this on WSON.
We would also like to give a thank you to the following sponsors who have donated to help send them to nationals. Gold sponsor, Elite.
5 total and an ID back. 5 total and an ID back. Welcome back. I'm Greg Busby with Scott Stone. Stay tuned after our coverage of the North-South games. We'll have college basketball on the air for you as Indiana on the road at Illinois. With USI on our sister station, ESPN 97.7 The Ref. We have an occasional IU game in there. Don't fret, Kentucky fan. We're not switching over to IU.
You can cheer for Illinois.
That's right, yeah. we pick up an occasional random college basketball game.
Well, you can get our station in Illinois and Indiana,
there
so,
you know,
let them have a little airtime.
20-20. It is South with the basketball. Inside Kemp. Nice spin move. Fouled hard by Crawford. That's a big one. That's 3 fouls on the North big man, Kingston Crawford, and Kemp will have 2 free throws. Kemp 2 points that first half, and he'll have a couple free throws here. Austin Kemp, free throw up and a little strong, no good. He'll have one more. Pruitt coming into the game. Crawford out with the 3 fouls for the Cadets. Brady Pruitt in there.
First update, Lady Colonels 23, Madisonville 14 at the half. Big region matchup.
That one's at Colonel Jim, just up the road. Second free throw good for Kemp. He has 3, 1 point South lead. Colonels are at Davis County tonight.
They should be getting ready to tip off. Should have tipped off a few minutes ago.
At the basketball, Stewart. Try to get to Cobb, deflected by Scheidler. Loose ball now, out of bounds off of South. It will stay with North. Stewart to play it in baseline left for the Cadets in their home whites. South in the row maroon. Here's a pass deflected and stolen by Scheidler. Couple early turnovers for North here this second half. Dalton on that left side, now right side to Thomas. Pull up 13-footer on the elbow, no good. And rebound in the hands of Cobb, going the other way for North. Spinning in the lane with a right hand off the glass, no good. Good move, but couldn't finish. Rebounded by Kemp, off to Scheidler for South. Scheidler tried to kick it at corner, tipped away by Eccles, getting the start here, and now it's into the hands of Thomas.
A little volleyball action going on there.
Eccles did not start the game, but is starting the second half as he had 6 off the bench for North. They got him on Thomas. Good idea there. 21-20. 1 point lead for South with 4:35 to go in the third. Scheidler backing down. A little floater on Stewart. No good. Rebound into the hands of Cobb for North. Up the floor to Eccles on a run out, and Eccles shot no good. Some contact there, but no whistle. Rebounded by Thomas.
4 boards for him now. Kingston Scheidler, though, still the leading rebounder on the South team with 5.
3 for Thomas, no good from the left wing. Rebounded by Cobb for North. Up the floor to Eccles. Good catch. Left block. Reverse layup, no good on the right side, but draws the foul. And Eccles will go to the line for 2. As the foul goes on Scheidler, his second. Six points off the bench tonight for Taylor Eccles, who have a couple free throws here. First is up and a little short, no good.
Seems like both teams came out a little flat here in the second half.
20-20 at the half, and only 1 point's been scored so far. Still one as Eccles mixed them both. Trying to track down his own rebound, tried to save it in, but he said he was out of bounds. So good effort, tried to save it in, but could not. Out of bounds over to South. What was that first quarter score, Scotty?
12-5 South. Or 12, yeah, 12-5. That's right.
So it was 15-8 North in that second quarter. Kemp, a long 2, is off the back rim, no good. Rebound into the hands of Eccles for North. Johnson across the timeline to Cobb. Cobb kick into the corner, 3-point try for Pruitt. The big man, no good. Rebound kept alive by Cobb, and he tapped it over to Eccles, who puts it up and in. Eccles with 8. Now Dalton trapped in the corner. Gets it off to Kemp. Now he gets it to Scheidler, who finally gets it across. Scheidler driving in right side. Off balance shot, some contact there. No good. Rebound, Thomas a follow on go. Scheidler has it again. Third chance here. Flips one up. That one won't go, and it's finally cleared off by Amari Stewart. Up the floor, Eccles. Pruitt, a 3. No good. Rebound underneath, and a bucket in the foul. Possible three-point play for DJ Cobb. Thomas was near backcourt in that play. He was cramping up. 7 for Cobb. 24-21. North on top. Eccles out of the game for North as Richard Green will give him a breather. A little smaller lineup for 8th grade North head coach Jason Lyons. Thomas cramping up a bit on the bench for South, trying to get that worked out. Free throw for Cobb, good. 8 for Cobb as he completes the three-point play. And North has a three-point lead with 3:05 to go in the third. Jake Harrington in for Austin Kemp for South. Dalton to Scheidler. Up the floor to Byram. Back to Scheidler, still in the backcourt. Picks up his dribble, middle of the court. Not a good spot there, but now gets it off to Dalton. Harrington, right corner. In the lane, finds a cutting Bulldog, but Cole Thompson comes up empty. Cobb on the way for North, kicks in the corner, and a blocking foul called on Harrington. And Jake Harrington picks up his first. And North's going to take a timeout. 2:42 to go in the third. It is North 25, South 21. Back after this on WSON. Bumper after this one. 2:42 left in the third. North 25, South 21. Henderson North-South Middle School games here on WSON being presented by Best Insured by Chase Fulcher. Inbounds comes into Cobb, hands off to Stewart. 3 from the left wing, good. Big 3 for Amari Stewart. He has 10, and it's a 7-point lead for North with 2.5 minutes to go. Now Stewart knocks the pass away. Picked up and put back up, no good by Richard Green, but he's fouled, and Green will have a couple free throws. As the foul goes on Scheidler, his third. Richard Green, a couple free throws with his team up 7. North on a nice run here.
Yeah, they finally got that 3 ball to fall, and then they got a turnover.
If they can convert from the line, free throw no good on the first for Green.
Yeah, they're on 8 straight.
Mason Bond into the game for South. Second free throw. Up and missed them both. Short, Scheidler the rebound.
7 boards for Scheidler.
Scheidler has it out high right. Now comes middle of the floor. In the corner, Dalton, 15-footer, left side, a little strong, no good. Rebound out of bounds, last touch by North. It is stay with the Bulldogs. Austin Kemp coming in as Thomas returning too after some cramps, it appears. As Dalton is out and Harrington is out for South. Eccles returns for North, and he's into the game for Pruitt. 28-21 North, 2:13 to go in the third here, the 8th grade game. Inbounds pass deflected by Cobb, but picked up by Byram, now to Scheidler. Now he'll bring it out front to set up the Bulldogs offense. Scheidler on the left side, down low to Kemp. Austin dribbles to the elbow, gives it up. Thomas between his legs, right side for him to Byram. One bounce and now back to Scheidler. Minute 45 to go in the third, 7-point North lead. Scheidler driving in, and a whistle and a foul. They're going to get Amari Stewart with the body, his first. 2 free throws coming up for Kingston Scheidler.
South just made 1 free throw. They went up 21-20. North scored the next 8 here in this quarter.
Scheidler with 3 points. First visit to the free throw line. It is up and off the back rim. No good. Second free throw coming up for Scheidler. This one's up and missed them both. No good. Rebounded by Johnson for North. And the corner to Richard Green. Green driving in right side. Had it deflected by Kemp. Out of bounds. It will stay with North. Pryor returns for North as Green checks out. It'll be Stewart to trigger it in. Still looking, gets it to Cobb. Now to Johnson. Here's a 3-point try. Stewart, no good, a little strong. Scheidler, another rebound for South.
8 boards for the point guard.
Scheidler, right wing. Picks up his dribble. Straight away gives it up to Byram. Scheidler, good look down low to Kemp. Left block, puts it up, no good. Rebounded by Eccles for North. Hands off to Cobb. Under a minute to go, third quarter, 7-point North lead. Stewart, 3 left corner on the way. That one's so good. Long rebound, chased down by Thomas for South, and a layup. Oh, he missed a layup on the other end. No one near him, just rushed it a bit. Now a Cadet 3, Pryor drilled, hit hard on the 3, no whistle. Rebounded by Stewart. Eccles a 3 from the corner, got it on the second chance.
5-point swing, missed the layup, they went down, hit a 3.
Eccles with 11, 10-point lead by North with 20 seconds to go in the third. And a reach-in foul called on Cobb near midcourt.
South's in desperate need of a bucket here, down 10. They got the arrow. They got to get momentum.
10-point North lead with 18 seconds to go in the third. Scheidler guarded by Johnson. Threw it right in the hands of Stewart. 7 seconds for Stewart. Had it knocked away from behind. He traveled.
Good call.
The teams exchange turnovers there. And it'll be 4.5 seconds for South to go three-quarter court here. Scheidler driving in, jump stop, long 2, goes. Scheidler hits a 2 at the buzzer. We head to the fourth quarter. It's North 31, South 23. They're in the 8th grade game at the Henderson Middle School Games, presented by Best Insured by Chase Fulcher. Back after this on WSON. Two and a bumper. 31-23 as we start the fourth quarter. The North Cadets have the lead on the South Bulldogs. Bulldogs with the basketball to start this fourth. Schuyler penetrating in, backing down. Shot up, no good, but he will head to the line. As Schuyler fouled by Johnson. Johnson's third. Schuyler 0 of 2 from the line. 5 points. We'll have a couple here.
Colonel's up 19-8 over in Owensboro against the Davis County Panthers.
Free throw for Schuyler, good. But at the end of one, Scotty, or?
Yes, sir.
End of the first quarter.
And the Lady Colonels actually were up 16-4 after the first, but now are just up 23-14 and a half. So rough second quarter there.
Second free throw coming up for Kingston Scheidler. And he rattles it in good. 31-25. North on top. Stewart, corner three for the Cadets. No good. Kemp rebounds for South. Had it knocked away, loose ball, and they'll get Kemp for the travel. On the turnover, the ball goes back to North as Stewart will play it in baseline left. 6-point lead for North. It was 10 just a few moments ago. Stewart in the left corner, down low, and a offensive foul. Clearing out with a forearm called on Crawford. That is his fourth. Big man sat out most of that third quarter, and now 4 here early in the fourth. And Coach Jason Lyons going to his bench.
Got to.
Getting Crawford out with 4 fouls. Pruitt returns.
Well, he's got the lead, so he can maybe buy a few minutes here.
31-25. South with the ball, down 6. And a pass deflected out of bounds by Cobb. It will stay with South. Dalton with the basketball in the backcourt. Trying to get it back to Scheidler, and it's knocked out of bounds by Cobb, but a dangerous pass there. Cobb nearly had the steal.
Seems like we've been down there for 30 seconds.
5:21 to go in the game. 31-25. North on top. Scheidler gets it into Byram. Byram hands it back off to Scheidler. Bounces to Dalton. Jack Dalton driving in right side on Pruitt. Little floater, no good, too strong. Jump ball on the rebound as Thomas and Eccles tied up, and on the arrow it goes to Eccles and North. (31-25). Cadets by 6 with the ball. Johnson to Stewart in the right corner. Stewart on the baseline, cut off, now trapped, and a timeout North. 4:57 to go in the fourth. 31-25 North on top. Back after this on the North-South Middle School game presented by Best Insured by Chase Fulcher on WSON. Two and a bumper. Give me 2 more. Just one more. Come back to me after this one. little bit of an extended timeout there as Mark Thomas cramped up once again.
Zeph,
thank you. Zeph Thomas cramped up once again. Kind of had to take a little more time to get him off the floor. Second time we've seen him cramp up. 31-25. South, they need him in here if they want to come back.
No doubt about it. Help beat the press, score, rebound. Lady Colonels lead 33-27 after the third quarter. That game a whole lot tighter than what we expected.
Lady Colonels hosting Madisonville tonight. Stewart to play it in, gets it into Pruitt. Now out front to Cobb. Cadets in their home white, South in their road maroon. Cadets right to left here in this fourth quarter. Johnson comes out front with it, hands it off to Cobb. Cobb slipped, lost his dribble. Harrington has it going the other way for South. Harrington left side spins, throws it up, but he traveled first.
Wow.
Would have been a big bucket.
What a play.
Yep.
If he'd have been 2 more levels up, well, 3 more, he'd have to get to the NBA level. that would have counted. You know, they're all about the show, man. You got to count that one.
That would have counted, despite the travel.
Yeah, the NBA, that would have counted.
Yes, sir. It would have been an and one, too.
And it would have been on ESPN, like maybe number 10 or 9.
31-25. Cobb bumped to the right side by Dalton. Jack Dalton picks up the foul. And now Stewart will come over and play it in baseline right. 31-25 North. 4:22 to go in the fourth quarter.
Oh, wow.
Inbounds comes right into Cobb, and he has an easy bucket.
Got the defender with their back against them, and wow, that was easy.
And now Cobb and Johnson trapping Byram. And a foul called.
Number 4.
Yep, Johnson hit with a foul.
Yep.
Johnson with 4 fouls now for North. Crawford's already on the bench with 4. Thomas going to return, fighting cramps in the second half. He's in for Harrington. So Zeph Thomas returns. His team down 8 with 4:08 to go in the fourth. Scheidler, left elbow, had it knocked away. A lot of dribbling, picked up though by Kemp, who puts on the floor, and he walked.
Got a foul before.
Okay, yep.
By 52. Yeah.
It is on Pruitt. His first. Dalton to play it in baseline right. Gets it into Scheidler in the right corner. Now it comes out middle of the floor. Out near the jump circle now for Scheidler. Gets a screen from Kemp. Scheidler driving in, right side of the rack. Can't finish. Rebound, Thomas back up and in. 10 for Zeph Thomas. Lead back to 6 for North. Cobb had it knocked away momentarily by Thomas, but Cobb gets it back. Now into the hands of Richard Green. Green, little floater from 10, left for the lane, no good. Dalton rebounds for South. Over to Scheidler. Scheidler out front near the jump circle. Try to isolate him, right side again, and a whistle and a foul called on Cobb.
It's the bonus, I believe.
So we'll be a 1-and-1 here for Scheidler.
South 5 of 9 from the line so far. North just 4 of 12.
Scheidler himself 2 of 4 from the line tonight. And a 1-and-1 here with his team down 6 with 3:17 to play. Free throw up and no good. Rebound being tapped around, controlled by Cobb for North. Cobb, left corner to Green, who brings it back out front. Picks up his dribble. Now goes to Eccles on the right side. Back to Cobb. Now a 3-second violation called on Cobb.
Yep. That'd be cool next year if they can get all 4 games at Colonel Jim.
Yeah, I like that.
You get to do 4 games.
Yeah, you get to do 3.
I can do 3 with you.
Will Roberts joined me on the first game, North principal. Driving in right side. Thomas, a strong layup. Zeph Thomas from half court, driving all the way to the basket. A big one there. He has 12, and it's a 4-point game.
He's on a 4-0 run himself.
Yep, 33-29. North still with the lead with 2:40 to go. Pruitt, a three on the way. Oh, a big one by the big man.
He's the one that made all the threes on the comeback last time.
Brady Pruitt, a huge three after South had cut it to 4. It's back to 7 with 2.5 to play. 36-29. Scheidler jump stop, got it knocked away, gets it back. Three on the way for Byram, won't go. Rebounded by Pruitt. Off to Cobb. Great pass to Eccles, who lays it up and in. And a timeout, South. Just like that, it was 4, and now it is 9. 2:10 to play in the fourth. 38-29, North on top. Back after this on WSON. Two and an ID. .210 to go fourth quarter. South basketball, but it's a 9-point North lead after a big surge after South had cut it to 4. Quickly 5 straight from North. They lead at 38-29. Exactly 2 to play in the game now. Byram a three out front off a screen. Off the mark, no good. Jack Dalton offensive rebound. Back to Byram. And a foul out to the three-point line. No shots, but it'll be a 1-and-1 here coming up for Jaron Byram. First free throw is coming up for Byram, who has 5. All those came in the first quarter. Free throw up and in for Byram. Second free throw coming up, and that one's off the mark, no good. Dalton, though, chases down the rebound. 38-30. Scheidler out front between the circles. Minute 45 to go. Inside to Kemp, and Eccles jumps in there to steal it away. Eccles running the floor, straight away, lays it up, and he's fouled. Possible three-point play for Taylor Eccles. A great game off the bench.
No doubt.
Eccles with 15 off the bench.
He said, Coach, we got very many games left. I'd like to start.
He reminds me a lot at this age 2 years ago, Scotty, of Lakin McKinney.
Yep.
Free throw up and in and out, no good. 10-point lead. Thomas dribbled off his foot, out of bounds. It goes to North. Pruitt out, Crawford. Actually, Stewart came back in. Also, Pryor into the game for North. Minute 25 to go. Maybe getting in some free throw shooters. Eccles on the block, puts it up with the right hand, no good. Rebound, though, by Cobb. Kick to Pryor for 3, no good. Pryor got his own long rebound. Gets inside to Eccles, who's fouled, and he'll head to the line. Foul whistled on Jack Dalton. And Eccles to the line for 2. Eccles 0 of 3, but 15 points for North off the bench. Free throw up and in. Harrington coming back in for South. He's in for Dalton. Also Johnson out as Green returns for North. Second free throw coming up, and he missed that one, no good. Rebounded, though, loose. Pruitt had it momentarily, but it's picked up by Harrington. Harrington hands it off to Scheidler. Scheidler, 15-footer, left elbow, good. And a timeout, South. 1:01 to play in the fourth. North 41, South 32. Back into this on WSON, the North-South Middle School games, brought to you by Best Insured by Chase Fulcher. Bumper after this one. 1:01 to play in the fourth quarter. It is North 41, South 32. 41-32. 9-point lead for the North Cadets. Looking to sweep South on the hardwood after North won the 7th grade game 43-30. 41-32 here, North with the lead in the ball. Prior to Cobb with 50 seconds remaining. Johnson has it. Coach Seward calling for a foul. Nobody's doing it.
Get it.
And now Cadets coach Jason Lyons calls the timeout.
He said, did y'all not hear me?
46 seconds left. We'll keep it right here as latest updates on Colonels and Lady Colonels, Scotty.
And all I got is Colonels 19-8 after the first. We got Lady Colonels pushing it out a little bit. They're on a 10-3 run to start the fourth. They're up 43-30. Madisonville must have did their best to slow that game down.
Lady Colonels hosting Madisonville, and the boys team Colonels on the road at Davis County. We're back on the air with the Colonels tomorrow night at home taking on Evansville Central.
The next week we get the LIT.
That's right.
Showtime, baby.
Brought to you by ATA, CPAs, and Business Advisors. Lady Colonels in the LIT, I think for the 5th time in school history.
One year we went to the Final Four of that thing, played Louisville Male. And then we ended up playing Louisville Male in the quarterfinals of the state tournament.
Yeah, assistant coach Danny Perkins and I were talking about that last week. That was the game Macy Brown broke her nose, right?
Yes, and then she turned around, though, and got back in time for the state tournament. Remember, and hit 8 threes, tied the state tournament record. Lady Colonels now on another 10-3 run, up 53-36. So 20-6 there in that last quarter. Lady Colonels 16 seconds away from picking up win number 14. And they're going to play a Cal team that won the 2A state championship.
That'll be their first opponent at Valley High School in Louisville on Tuesday. We'll have that one for you. And then later that'll be at 6 Central. Later that night, the boys play Webster County. We'll have that one as well, and then join the Cats after that on Tuesday. 46 seconds to go here in the fourth. A 41-32 lead for North. Inbounds comes into Pryor, and he's fouled. Trying to foul quickly, and Pryor, I believe, still a 1-1 here.
Yes, I think.
Free throw is up and off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Scheidler. Scheidler, left side, Now double teamed. Cobb and Pryor on him to Kemp. Kemp back it down. Gets to the rack, puts it up off the glass and in.
Wow, nice little one-hander there.
Makes it a 7-point game. Kemp with 5. And it'll be free throws on the other end. And it will be a 1-and-1 for DJ Cobb. 10 points for Cobb tonight. 2 of 6 from the free throw line, though. Free throw up and in. And a timeout. South. 25 seconds to go in the game. 42-34. North on top. Final half minute when we come back on WSON. Bumper after this one. 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter here of the 8th grade game at North Middle School. South versus North here tonight, and the Cadets on top 42-34. Special thanks to all of our sponsors for this WSON special event. Square Yard Carpet, Classic Automotive and Collision Center, Thomason's Barbecue, Assurance Consulting and Testing Solutions, Larry's Auto Repair, Best Insured by Chase Fulcher, Hargis Collision, Amber Promotions, DSS Reynolds, Lori Tuggle, your local shelter insurance agent, and Farmers Bank.
Colonels up 41-24 at the half. Lady Colonels win 53-36.
Cobb free throw got them both. He has a dozen. 25 seconds left. The lead is 9 for North. Scheidler bringing it up, driving in left side, and has the layup. Kingston Scheidler with 11. And a quick foul again on the other end. They'll go down and shoot free throws. But the Bulldogs running out of time here. Down 7 with 14 seconds left. Cobb back to the line. DJ Cobb with a dozen, make it 13. Cobb was 1 out of 5 to start, but he's hit his last 4 from the free throw line.
Yeah.
Second free throw, rattles it in good. 14 for Cobb. They're near steal by Green, loose ball picked up by Thomas. Thomas in the lane and had his shot blocked by Crawford out of bounds. It'll stay with South with 8 seconds left. 45-36. North going to on their way to an 8th grade win. After beating South, as Scotty mentioned, in overtime at South earlier this season. Inbounds comes into Thomas to Kemp, 15-footer blocked by Crawford. Out of bounds, 4.7 seconds left.
About 6'4", 6'5". Hopefully he can get about 2 more inches on him over the summer. Stretch him out.
4.7 seconds left. Scheidler, 35-footer, why not? Out of bounds. With a second remaining. And North will just have to get it in. And the Cadets get the victory. 45-36 your final. North knocks off South in the 8th grade game, 45-36. Stay tuned. We'll have totals on this game when we come back. Your final earlier, a North sweep here at home in the basketball as North beats South 43-30 in the 7th grade game, and here in the 8th grade game,